Today we are doing the Florida weave for our sauce tomatoes that we have growing at the community garden. The Florida weave is a simple way to keep your tomatoes upright and nice and supported so that as they grow and bear a lot of fruit, they won't droop over and fall over into the rows. It's just a series of stakes and then using the twine to go around each tomato plant. And so, you have the string go down one side, and then as it's coming back on the plant, it comes back the other side. And so you just kind of do a figure eight through all of your tomatoes and stakes and tying it off on the end. And the first row is always a little bit more difficult to get set up because the plants, these ones were a little too tall to start with. But once you get it going, then it'll really support those tomato plants nice and strong. It's been a technique we've used the last couple of years. It seems to work well for these sauce tomatoes that we leave here at the community garden. The Florida weave is a trellising technique that also will help you if you miss a sucker or two along the way and they grow into a branch. They'll get caught up in those lines and get supported. And so since we're only at the community garden so many days a week, sometimes we miss a sucker or two within our tomato plants, and it's a nice way to make sure that they also get supported so as they bear fruit, they don't fall over into the middle of the rows. And so I highly suggest, taking a look at the Florida weave as an option for you for trellising your tomatoes. As you'll see here, once you get a couple rows, those tomatoes are all supported, and we'll do a row every 6 inches or so at the bottom. So you got to pound in the stakes. If you don't have a stake driver, it's worth the investment. If you're going to be doing metal T-posts every year, get the driver. It makes it super simple to pound in those stakes. And then you need some tomato vine string, and tie it on one end and wrap it around your plants and just keep that whole thing going. Wrap it a couple times around each post. Some people will do a T-post and then a wooden post, a T-post and a wooden post. Some people will do 2 stakes every 2 plants. We did 4 stakes for like 9 plants, so we have a couple on the ends, and then skipped a few plants, and then the another stake. So you want to have enough stakes that you give proper support to the plant. You don't have to do a stake every tomato, though. That's one of the advantages of doing the Florida weave is that you're not going to need to put in a single stake for every single tomato plant that you grow. That can be a great option for determinate variety plants, to put a stake with them or cage them. But for these indeterminate varieties that like to sucker out and grow pretty tall, I find the Florida weave is a excellent option. And so if you want to get updates on these tomato plants as we go throughout the season, go ahead and like and subscribe, as we'll provide a couple updates along the way with the Florida weave as it gets higher and higher up these stakes. And then at the end of the season, we'll make a whole lot of tomato sauce. And that's just an awesome resource to have during the winter, throughout the year. There's nothing better than homemade tomato sauce. Have a great day.